Now, growing up as a child, I remember hearing older people saying, "Ooh, ke tshwere ke gout," which means I've got gout and it's really painful, but I never really understood what it was all about. But I've recently learned that it's actually a form of arthritis which may cause pain and discomfort so severe that sufferers can sometimes not even continue with normal daily activities. Now, one of our viewers asked Andrea on her Facebook page saying, "Good morning, Andrea. Could you please enlighten me on how to control uric acid levels? Because the doctor says it's in most of my joints in my body and it's causing me a lot of pain." So today with Andrea du Plessis, we're exploring the natural remedies that you can use to assist you in the treatment of gout. And I must say, I've never really understood what it's all about. So gout, how does it form?
Well, with a question about the uric acid levels,
yes.
Basically uric acid is a metabolic byproduct that your body is supposed to excrete. But if your uric acid for some reason accumulates in your bloodstream, it crystallizes. And why does uric acid accumulate in your bloodstream? Well, sometimes it's just the genetic tendency. So some people's bodies just work that way. It's more difficult for them to excrete it.
Yeah, so all of us produce it in our bodies.
Yes.
Some of us just have a higher concentration of it. So what happens when it's too concentrated in your body?
Well, if it's too concentrated, something that also plays a role is diet. So we'll get you which foods to eat and which not to eat, but some dietary factors can also contribute. But with those little crystals of uric acid forming in your bloodstream, they've seen that if uric acid as a substance crystallizes, it forms needle-shaped crystals. So those crystals are obviously then circulated through your body, and typically they get stuck in joints. With the fine little capillaries and blood vessels, they can't really flow. They get stuck in the joint tissues, and that's why they cause inflammation and severe pain of the joints.
So when you are moving your muscles, you know, it's as if they're pricking you in those little places that you said where your joints are. Wow. Okay. So then, what are the kind of things that cause the increase of uric acid in our bodies?
Well, if it's a metabolic thing, just the way your body works, there's not much you can do about it other than taking medication if that's necessary, and also looking at natural remedies to help your body excrete the uric acid. So buchu is a good example. So Vital makes a buchu capsule. That's something that can help. And also omega-3 fatty acids, that's for the joints, that has anti-inflammatory effects. But with looking at your diet, there are some foods that you should try not to eat because they can accumulate or contribute to the accumulation.
Yeah, because I thought it was just something that people that eat a lot of red meat get, and people also say, oh, if you eat a lot of red meat, if you drink a lot of wine, you're more than likely to get gout.
Well, those are factors that contribute, but often if you hear the word gout, people may think that you get it only because you eat too much meat or drink too much wine, and that's definitely not the case. But if you do get gout, those are the foods that you should try and avoid. So alcohol, ideally, I mean, especially something like red wine should be avoided, but alcohol in general, red meat, and especially red meat extracts, like this beef spread extract, you know, the extracts that we put on our sandwiches. It's not like it's an unhealthy food, it's just not suitable for somebody with high uric acid or gout.
Yes.
And then anchovies, because they contain something called purines that also the body converts to uric acid. Okay. So even though anchovies are normally very healthy, we recommend it, it's not good for people with gout.
Yeah. What about mushrooms? Are you saying that
those
are...
you know, so this is now where it gets interesting, because mushrooms and spinach also contain some levels of purines. So somebody with gout should not overindulge on mushrooms and spinach. Okay. So these are the foods that they should try. And
so ease up on those ones, but are there foods that we can take more of that can help you lower your levels of uric acid that will then obviously result in you having, you know, less pain and hopefully treating your gout? Yes.
So there are some foods, and it can be part of your treatment plan. So if you're taking medication or something like buchu, there are also some foods that are suitable and actually can help the body excrete the gout. So celery is a good example. Has detox and cleansing properties. So at least with giving up your spinach, you can have your celery. And when you're giving up your mushrooms, instead you can have beetroot. So that's also beneficial. And ginger as a herb is also known to help relieve arthritic joint pain. Oh,
and ginger is good for a whole lot of things.
That's
you can use it in the most amazing forms.
Yes, yes.
So there's buchu, and what about a supplementation form? You can have buchu tea.
Yes, yes. You can buy the buchu tea where they chop the buchu leaves up really finely and you can drink the tea. Some people don't particularly like the actual flavour of buchu. I love it, but it's not for all people. So that's why the capsules are also a convenient form to have it in. And then the other treatment option in terms of nutrition management is omega-3 fatty acids.
Yes.
So even though it comes from fish like sardines, it doesn't contain the purines. It only contains the omega-3 oils that are anti-inflammatory, helping to reduce joint pain.
Wow, fantastic. I think that our viewer definitely has her question answered out there. I hope so. And of course, if you have any further questions that you'd like to ask Andrea, always willing to answer them on her Facebook page, Andrea du Plessis Vital Expert.
For 30 Rand a year, you can subscribe to the Vitalize magazine and receive nutritional advice, fitness tips, and amazing recipes. Visit vital.coza today.